Oh nah, y'all definitely bugging. Classes in session.
Joining us on the third episode of the After School podcast. I'm
right.
Ebony Sadiddy, joined with my favorite guy.
The real Mark Prince.
And you can find us on the After School podcast, 3 underscores, all right? On Instagram.
Yeah.
I was about to say iTunes or something.
Yeah, eventually we'll write it up here on the back of the board. So yeah, definitely. We might upload some to, iTunes or Spotify. When we get up there, yeah.
Something soon.
For the time being right now, just enjoy us on YouTube, enjoy the visuals, enjoy the just audio versions of the podcast. But with no further ado, we're going to skip right into the next topic at hand, with the first topic at hand. And we're going to send congratulations first and foremost to Morris Chestnut. This man has a long catalog of films that I enjoyed watching over the years. So to see him get recognized with, a star on Hollywood Walk of Fame was great to see.
I mean, it's always amazing to see another black brother on the Hollywood Hall of Fame. And we congratulate you. We salute you, King, and everything you did in, this whole, this whole industry, really.
Yeah.
Because he does do a lot. And he does really good movies.
Yeah, he does great. I think his best acting is the noble black man, husband to a wife type of thing. He plays those roles real well. So, congratulations to you, Morris Chestnut, even though you won't see this podcast, but, we out here, we recognize you. Congratulations. Moving on into the next topic at hand.
Would be Netflix. So Netflix is planning on starting to charge us as in everybody.
Well, we supporting their streaming platforms. So.
I mean, but they've been coming out with some hits. You can't.
They've been increasing the rates. That hasn't been changing now. Cause
I'm hyped because Bridgerton season 2 is back. Just came out. So
I'm one of those people that have a Netflix account and don't watch a damn thing on it. So you telling me, bitch, I don't know what that is.
Listen, if y'all know Bridgerton.
Right.
You do. So, but what they're trying to do is now they're trying to actually make us pay extra because you know how black folks, we like to share little stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what we was doing. We were sharing our passwords, our emails, whatever. So now your cousin's mother's father can't have it because now they're going to start charging us more.
Right. And at this point,
it seems say how much more?
Nah, I think the fee was like $2.99 extra.
But they already, we went from $14.99. What was it?
We went from $7.99 to like $9.99 or something, and then to $12.
Yeah. So they're moving on up. I guess they're getting better categories. They're getting more movies they're producing themselves, so it's, I guess they trying to make all their money, and they're giving people $1 million deals and all of this. So
I think earlier last year or was it 2 years ago, whatever, when they were trying to put Netflix and Disney against each other, I think that helped Netflix really know its worth, because even with Disney owning 75% or 80% of Hulu,
right,
y'all still not touching Netflix. They've been around for quite some time. They put Blockbuster out of business. Ain't nothing more historic than Blockbuster, and Netflix put them out of business. So as of right now, Netflix is knowing their worth. They're putting out some great content as well, and they're damn near close to being recognized, in my opinion, by the Academy, by the Oscars and stuff like that.
They should, because some of
at this point, as of now,
are really
Netflix originals have to go at least 90 days in the big screen, in the big theaters, before they get considered for an Emmy Award.
But not for nothing, some of their Netflix originals are really good.
They're great. I think,
like, you're sitting up there watching it, like, oh, you sure this is Netflix? Like, you would think of the movies.
Yeah.
So they should get recognized. I mean, I'll pay the extra $1.
I mean, Netflix is great.
I'll pay extra $1 if it's more than $1. Listen. Type person I am.
If they get to
I'm signing everybody out of.
If they get to $20,
every device is getting signed out of.
Yeah, if they get to $20, I'm gonna either do two of one thing. Well, one of two things: either watch it or cancel it. So
I'm gonna start charging.
Yeah, y'all got till about $15.99 before I start paying attention.
That was the cutoff.
Right, exactly.
All right, the next topic.
Yeah, next topic. Since we're talking about movies and whatnot, we might as well talk about the Academy Awards with the altercation that unfortunately happened on live television. We have, two great black entrepreneurs and figures in entertainment. And last night, what happened was uncalled for, but also called for. So it's you can land yourself on either footing. We have Kevin Hart, Chris Rock and Will Smith. Chris Rock, I don't think, in my opinion, knew what was going on with Jada Pinkett. Because I didn't know until this happened. So it's unfortunate.
To me, I feel like Chris didn't know. He didn't know.
Yeah. I'm going to say he didn't.
At the same time, I just think Will is tired of people talking about his wife.
But whose fault is that?
I mean, I guess if it was something, if he would have said something like more of the entanglement thing, I think that would have been okay.
And since we're going with the entanglement thing,
that would have been okay.
Let's make this.
But since he said something about like a health-wise thing, not knowing.
Right.
So imagine you sit home seeing your wife go through this every day as a man. And you can't do nothing to physically like. The only thing you can do is help her as much as you can, but you can't help her but so much. So the fact that he actually said like something about that he didn't know of, he didn't, and honestly he didn't. But the fact that he did say it jokingly, it hit home. Because imagine if I was sick and my husband can't do nothing.
But it's like you could have found something else to say. You could have found something else to say, and you knew. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
like we all know something was wrong with her.
She didn't just choose to ball her head one
Usually,
day,
you know, she has her little fro.
Yeah, even if she did, it's like some people think twice before making certain comments about certain things. Bald heads is one of those things that I reluctantly think twice or three times before I say, oh, you know, you shaved your head. And it might not be by choice.
Right.
I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, you know, and notice it, but I'm gonna say you look good. That's it.
That was it.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
but
to be
you know, that's
biased
the case.
But not biased, both parties weren't wrong, but it's just something that hit home. And as black,
now if you were Will, how would you have handled the situation?
I mean, in that heat of the moment,
no, don't tell me once it happened. If you were Will, would you have jeopardized everything you have worked so hard for?
But I don't think he's jeopardizing.
Well,
anything.
I mean, if you look at it right now, it seems like the Academy is opening a formal review on the physical altercation that happened on stage on live television.
Listen.
So you know,
next year the Academy is gonna have.
You'll probably hear them withdraw their award from him or whatever.
Some nonsense.
Simple, fine him couple $100,000. But the last thing they want is for anybody to go up there and repeat the same thing and thinking that you can just go ahead and get away with that. You know,
it's not something that he should get away with, but he reacted on emotions.
And I think that's human.
Anybody.
It's a human thing to do.
That would have been a human. Imagine if that was Ben Affleck. He would have did the same thing.
I probably would have called him after.
Like, imagine if that was Ben Affleck. He probably would have went up there and did the same thing because we're human. We acting off of emotions.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I probably would have did it after the award show,
because
not during.
It's two black men, so they're gonna make it bigger than whatever. And we'll keep that same energy. That's all I gotta say.
What you mean keep that same?
Keep that same energy.
What's that supposed to mean?
Keep the same energy.
Man, I say it this way. Will did what he was supposed to do as a man. But Jada has been out here clowning him. You know I'm gonna call spades. I don't care. Yeah, it's protect black women, yes. But when they not innocent,
I don't even think it was about her sleeping with somebody else.
No,
it was just
it's not about her sleeping.
I think it was just what he said.
Yes, but what I'm saying though is at the end of the day,
but look now,
if they would have been clowning Will for some shit she did,
I don't think he would have the whole.
He would have had to laugh it off, but she would have not done nothing.
Yeah. The whole entanglement thing, I think he would have just laughed it off, called it a day. But because it was her health, that's the only reason why he did.
Okay,
he reacted the way he did.
You're not listening to me though. I understand.
No,
I'm saying that at the end of the day, he did what he had to do as a man.
But she
was not doing what she was supposed to do as a woman by making sure that half of the things they laughed at him for the past year and a half, which was caused by her, was handled.
Listen,
she let it go on and called this shit an entanglement. She called it and then she gave it a term that black media ran with and Twitter ran with. An entanglement. Didn't nobody know what the hell an entanglement was before Jada called it that.
That's
you know what I'm
so
saying?
true. Yeah,
and he had to sit there and laugh about it and then go on the Red Table Talk on his wife's show and get ridiculed for his reaction of his wife telling him in his face, I cheated. I called it an entanglement with somebody that you was of a real man to allow in our house and trusted me. I made you look foolish in front of all these people. So yeah.
I mean, honestly,
think about that. Accountability has to come from her too.
But what they should have done, honestly, they should have kept that in their home. That's August's fault. He want to go run his mouth.
Yeah, keep it
like
in your home.
Female.
You don't know how long that was that has been a secret.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Honestly,
however,
if you think about it, what if Will already knew that?
He probably did.
And it was just because it was kept in home like normal stuff.
Because he trusted her.
Because August wants to, he must have wanted.
It don't matter if you're sneaking. Listen, ladies, if you're
the fame.
Listen, ladies, if you're
sneaking, it's not sneaking because
it's sneaking. They were,
yeah,
all right, cool. They were separated or whatever. It doesn't matter. But at the same token, you're not divorced. You're separated, ladies. Know the difference.
But listen, there is a difference. But if you're separated.
You're not
because
divorced.
Remember, there's a legal separation and then there's just separation.
But there was none of that.
There's a divorce and then there's actually divorce. So some people just be like, oh, I'm divorced, and they're really not nothing. So we don't know what they were actually physically going through that point of time. But okay, we're separated, so you can do whatever you want to do, and I'm gonna go find myself because that's what Will wanted to do. He wanted to go find himself, but he probably knew what she was doing. But because of this other man acting like a female, because that's what you did, August, you acted on your emotions and was acting like a female, and you went and ran and told. You was kissing and telling. So, therefore, I feel like it blew up once he kissed and told. He told everybody. Now everybody wants to say, Will is this, Will is that. Man, we don't know what that man was doing. Honestly, Will, do whatever you want to do, Jada. If that was what your agreement was, more power to you, but it couldn't have been in my home.
Yeah, no.
Because I don't give two shits if we separated, not separated. You ain't stepping out on.
The marriage would have been done.
All the way done.
The kids would have had to understood and come to two different households for Christmas or Thanksgiving.
Right.
But I'm not letting you continue to make me look like a fool. And then on top of that, you want to write letters about Tupac? Still?
Listen, I'm saying.
Still? Huh?
Listen,
Jada, what?
Tupac is different, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Y'all here letting a lot of people get away with some foul shit. I'm calling this
back to the academy. So, therefore, they got to do a whole little investigation just to see whatever.
And find out what they want to
but
find
the
anybody with
already
withdraw
said,
awards for.
Yeah, LAPD already said that they're not doing a full investigation because nobody pressed charges and nobody's taking it to that level. Two grown black men. Right. It's sad to see that two grown black men had to deal with this on national TV, as they look at us already as ghetto, as ratchet, as we start.
And these aren't just regular black men.
Yeah,
these are legends.
These are really good legends.
You can't just get up on stage, talk about you win an Oscars and slap somebody. Even the people winning the Oscars, they gonna act their best behavior because it's their first.
Exactly.
You got Chris Rock and Will Smith. These are legends.
Acting a fool. A whole fool. Like we at the cookout.
Listen.
They was acting like we was at the cookout.
The Shade Room posted a calendar already. January gave us what they gave us. February gave us
and March gave us these two.
And March is about to end in 3 days. And March said, no.
Bring it back, son.
Let me submit something. We ain't gonna talk about Kanye this time. We gonna go with Will Smith and Chris Rock. So it was Chris Rock's reaction for me. Homie said, uh-oh. Kodak Black post on Twitter. What did Chris Rock think Will was gonna get up and do? Give him a hug?
But I mean, sad to say,
whoa.
It's two grown black men had a disagreement and it went too far.
Yeah.
It just went too far, and
I think this is a moment in culture that every rapper is gonna mention in their lives.
But we've been saying for years. Diddy's been saying. Everybody's
Diddy's
been
the
saying.
last person that should talk about.
No.
Anybody.
I'm saying like we've been saying for years. We want our own platform and we want our own awards as if they were the Academy,
but we do,
as if we were the Oscars.
But we do.
So now
but
at this
BET
point,
doesn't respect them enough. You have artists that are well deserving to be recognized for BET Music Awards, and none of them are being accepted. Maybe because they're not too mainstream. I'll name a few. Young and May, did Young and May receive an award? Maybe. Let me take that back. But Lil TJ has never received a BET Award nomination.
Who is Little? I'm sorry.
Who's Little TJ?
Lil
TJ.
I'm sorry.
He collabed with J. Cole, so you can't say none of that.
No, I'm serious. I really don't know.
You don't know who Lil TJ is?
No. What song does? I'm like, listen. I get my
Steady
music
call
from
my phone.
Oh, okay. Listen, it took me forever to realize that Little Baby and the Baby was two different people because I had to hear their voices.
You gotta get out of that era of Hov and Tupac.
No, it's not even that era. Like,
and
I get my music from my nieces.
Okay.
Honestly.
So why didn't they tell you about?
No, they the ones who told me. They the ones who tell me like, Auntie, that's not the right person.
Yeah.
The little one be like, come on, Titi, you don't know that's not the right person. All right. So shout out to my nieces Coco and Rissa because y'all put me onto a lot of music. And this one do too. We be sitting up here and he be playing so. I'll be having
you know what I'm saying? I'm in tune with all generations of music and all different genres.
I just hear it, I like it, but I don't know who sings it or raps it.
Right.
That's my.
Yeah,
that's
I think BT can do a much better job at recognizing black talent, but we also have to realize they're also owned by white corporations too. So we don't have anything entirely black.
We don't, you know? Except for Versus.
Except for Versus.
And that's it. But on to the next topic. Now, I know, y'all know. I am a Remy Ma fan. Mm-hmm. He loves Nicki.
They're both from New York.
They are.
I'm gonna try.
But I'm a Remy Ma fan. And he feels strongly about Nicki.
I do.
Now, what Remy Ma said on a drink trip.
She said something about them having a conversation after.
She said they had a conversation saying that. Yeah, she said they had a conversation.
To just behind closed doors
to be like, listen, like you say what you said, I say what I said, and that's the end of it. Let's just make peace. Let's just piece it up. Like it is what it is. At this point, like we're two grown artists. We're both out here doing our thing. Why keep on arguing? Like it doesn't make any sense. Why keep on doing like rap battles? Like when. We
did get good music out of it. We got great music.
We definitely did.
I feel like at the end of the day, Nicki is gonna sneak this in.
She's gonna do that. She's gonna sneak this all the time.
Remy Ma's a talker. Nicki's not gonna talk too much in interviews. Remy will talk in interviews.
But this is the thing. Like I feel like Remy's gonna talk because that's her way of expressing herself.
Right. And Nicki's just gonna.
But you cannot. No.
So that's
when Remy does rap, she bodies it.
No, I'm not saying she didn't. I still feel like Nicki didn't deliver the way she should have when it came to
No. Just say she bodied her. Remy bodied her. It's not she didn't deliver. You started
Nicki
something and she's finished.
Nicki has bars for niggas though.
She does, but her bars is just not the same bars as Remy.
I'm not gonna argue with you, miss. That's how you feel.
It's not. But Remy said they pieced it up. That was it. Now here goes Nicki. Sometimes I think Nicki, with the whole voice over she does and all that. Sometimes I think she does live in a different world and she fabricates a little stuff. So maybe they did have a conversation.
No, but Nicki herself commented under the shade room and said this is not.
No,
accurate.
But I'm saying
we haven't had a conversation.
Maybe they did. But the way Nicki...
gonna say maybe if she's saying they didn't.
No, I'm saying, but the way that Nicki persuades herself and the way that she likes the beef and like to like go back and forth with people, maybe that's her way of saying like, you know, I'm gonna just say we never had the conversation.
I don't even think Nicki's really focused on Remy. Like when you listen to her lyrics now, I'm a pinpoint it still to Cardi. I forget Nicki and Remy had a whole beef going on because now I'm still thinking about her and Cardi.
But see, this is the thing,
you know what I'm saying? Because Remy been quiet, minding her business. Nicki been quiet, minding her business, came back. And the only person that fans are saying is trying to post on the days that Nicki's posting is Cardi. Even though Cardi's saying it's not the case. You know what I'm saying?
Cardi always posts. She posts every day.
Yeah, but they're saying when Nicki's posting, then Cardi want to post some stuff.
Cardi posts about her family the majority of the time. Or her Reebok deal or something that she's coming out with. I don't think she's focused on Nicki. I don't think nobody's really focused on Nicki. In that interview, they asked her a question. She answered it the best of her abilities. And if they did have this conversation, Nicki, it makes no sense for you to be like, oh no, we didn't. Because maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But I would have never even commented.
I can't see a Remy and Nicki conversation after a whole diss track. I can't see it. I'm sorry.
First of all, no. I can see a conversation with them too. Now, I don't see a conversation with Remy and not Remy and Cardi. Cardi and Nicki because Cardi is about that life. And so is Remy. Remy's a little bit more reserved. This is the thing. Remy's a little bit more reserved. Cardi's still ratchet. She don't give a fuck. And Nicki, I have yet to heard of Nicki in any type of physical altercation. So the fact that you're beefing with
that's
people...
because you have the pretty girls... And then you got the...
But Nicki wasn't pretty before she got her body.
But she was one of them chicks I was like...
And Cardi,
we don't want to see you fighting.
Pretty. And Cardi's been pretty.
We're not saying Cardi's not pretty, but
Cardi's been pretty before she got put on.
Cardi is a different breed.
Shout out to Cardi because I saw you in Sue's a few times, and she's still pretty.
Yeah, no, Cardi be in the town.
Yeah, but Cardi's about that life. Sometimes you gotta realize the street life and the rap life is two different things. We know that, but some of them still have that life in them.
All right, entertain me for a quick minute. Even though it might not happen, I just want to hear you say who would win, right? Cardi versus Remy in a diss battle.
Rem.
You don't have faith in Cardi's writers?
I have faith in Cardi's writers.
Bodak Yellow went crazy. Every track on that.
Who wrote Bodak Yellow?
Hold on.
Who wrote Bodak Yellow?
Who
wrote Bodak Yellow?
Was it Remy?
Who wrote Bodak Yellow?
Not Cardi.
All right then.
It doesn't matter. Her writer
but
did. And every writer on that whole album went platinum.
Yeah, but Remy does her own writing.
Every track on that album went platinum.
And Remy does her own writing and still bodies. Yeah,
but not every track on the album went platinum. I don't think you're hearing me.
Remy writes her own raps and still goes nuts.
Okay.
So
you're saying Remy? You're saying Remy?
Don't get me wrong, because
I think for me...
I love Cardi. Cardi, she fucks it up.
I think for me...
I'm from Cardi when she was doing the mixtapes and they was all over the place.
I think for me, when it comes to Cardi and Remy got the bars... That would knock Cardi's head off.
You cannot take that off.
That shit would knock her.
But if it was a rap battle, Rem would win because her bars.
No, we're not even talking about rap battle. We talking about
you said between a rap battle.
Like diss tracks. That's why I said
it would still be Rem.
I'm saying Cardi only because the punchline with the cadence and the beat. It looks like Remy's camp don't really have a final say when Remy's ready to release some shit. It's just papoose. If you think about
and do you not see them? Then you got.
And if you think about Cardi,
so you can't even put them in the same thing because if anything, if Papoose write Rem's rhymes, them shits is gonna be different.
Yeah, but look where Papoose is at.
But his rhymes, he's one.
I'm not trying to play Papoose.
Nah, Papoose is almost Papoose is
who has
to me.
Who has Papoose body? Who has Papoose body? Alright, keep it a stack. Papoose,
to me,
Papoose body and Tory Lanez. Papoose body and Tory
Lanez is not a rapper. Let's get that.
What?
Shit. He's not a rapper. He
You cannot tell me Tory Lanez is not a rapper and he goes up to that funk flex and bodies that freestyle every time.
Who did he take the freestyle from?
And he bodied him. And he bodied him. He bodied the hell out of Cassidy. And Cassidy's a battle rapper and Cassidy got bodied in 15 seconds.
He took the same exact words and rapped it over.
And what did he say?
That's not a rapper.
I'll take a nigga's flow and what?
That's not a rapper. But that's not a rapper because that's not your own flow. That was not your rap.
You paid homage to the nigga's flow and
that's not your rap though.
What are you saying?
That's not his rap. Did he come out and rap that? Was that?
But people use samples every day. Samples aren't just
a sample.
Beats.
He took a whole rap. He took the whole.
He took a flow, not a rap. He took a flow.
He took the whole.
All right,
man's
but did you
verse.
listen? All right, but did you listen to After?
Did you listen to man's verse?
Did you listen to After Dark?
Didn't he take the whole man's verse?
Okay, but
so you cannot say that.
Did you listen to When It's Dark?
And don't Tory Lanez sing?
He's not a better singer than a rapper.
Doesn't Tory Lanez sing?
He's not a better singer than a rapper.
Doesn't Tory Lanez sing?
He does.
So he's not a rapper. He's an artist. It's a difference.
Yeah, he's an artist.
He's not a rapper.
But he raps better than a lot of these niggas out here.
He's an artist. He's not a rapper.
I never said he wasn't an artist. You say he's a singer.
Said
he's not a singer. He's an artist.
No, he's an artist. I said anybody that sings and raps is not a rapper. They're an artist. Drake, he's an artist.
Okay.
He's not a rapper.
Okay.
These people are artists. Rappers
okay, but what I'm saying,
rap.
You're not listening to me. I'm saying Tory Lanez raps better than Papoose.
No.
In a diss battle, no. Have you heard Tory Lanez diss Don Q, Joyner Lucas?
No.
Call out niggas like Pusha T and Pusha T didn't want the fade.
I'm not a Tory Lanez fan.
Ebony. Yo.
Once you take somebody's whole style, it's
but if you take somebody's, it's more filthy.
I can't get it.
It's more filthy and lethal for you to take somebody's style and do it better than them and diss them, and they still can't make a comeback when he disses.
I can't get with him. I can't.
But he did it better. What do you mean?
No.
I pay more respect to a nigga that would deadass diss anybody in the rap game without thinking twice about it and still have both feet on the ground, still releasing music and his career not touched. Only niggas I can think of that can do that is Hove, Drake, and Tory.
Oh, so we just gonna skip past somebody like Uncle Murda, who does it every fucking year.
Uncle Murda raps.
Uncle
Murda does rap ups.
And nobody, but
niggas don't take that serious. Niggas don't take that serious. That's a joke.
So we're not gonna take the fact that him and Mano do the whole album together and every song on that album body.
But who took it serious? They weren't coming at nobody.
Like, what do you mean
who responded?
It was a whole album.
Them niggas is releasing a compilation of raps. Ain't nobody take that shit serious. That's some good music to listen to.
No. That was a whole, like, their rap is real shit that's going on that they actually been through.
Miss, respectfully, nobody in 2022 is focused on anything Uncle Murda got to say in rap music. That's facts. Tory Lanez ain't phased by Uncle Murda. Drake ain't gonna sit and take time out of his day to go and respond to Uncle Murda on some shit. Who's Uncle Murda compared to Drake? Let's give it a stat.
He's a rapper. That's why.
But Drake is not worried about it. You know who Drake is worried about? You know who Drake is worried about?
Drake is an artist.
Okay, but Hove, even if Uncle Murda mentioned Hove is not gonna take time out of his day to go rap about Uncle Murda.
See, that's the difference. Stop. He won't ever mention Hove because him and Hove is both from Brooklyn and they don't rap against each other. I'm just saying.
Stop making excuses.
I'm not making
excuses. Stop making excuses.
I'm really not.
Keep it a stack. It'll be sad, and we saw this happen already. Would you call Meek Mill a rapper?
No.
He don't sing.
What do you mean?
So what's the criteria? He don't sing.
Meek Mill, to me, he sounds like a battle rapper, and that's how he's always going to sound.
Well, a battle rapper, in my opinion, is just more of a rapper than an actual rapper.
Meek Mill screams on, he screams. He's a battle rapper still. If he tweaks his voice a little bit better than what he does, he'll sound way better. He's a battle rapper. You're going to let me go there. Drake and Hove, when they were dissing each other, sneak dissing each other on back-to-back records, right? Drake. I'm gonna be biased because I'm a Hove fan.
That's fine. You can be biased.
You cannot ask me nothing.
You can be biased
because in my eyes, Hove is always gonna win.
Okay,
just like if you ask me about Hove and Nas, I think it was a tie because I like Hove and I like Nas.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue that. At the end of the day, I feel like both men did their best piece of work. I think Jay-Z was witty in what he had to respond and say. When you put me onto the diss track, I listened to it and I was like, oh, whoa, this is crazy. But everybody in the culture is saying Ether was the craziest diss track ever, which I don't think it's the craziest ever. I'm thinking of the collateral effect that Ether had compared to the collateral effect that Back to Back had when Drake dropped it. So, in my opinion, I think Back to Back had a little more crazy collateral damage than whatever Ether had.
I think them two battling was more of like a particular, like just more of not saying it was a joke, but it wasn't like some really like deep, like when him and what you call it was battling, it was some real deep shit to battle.
No, yeah, rap at that time was different.
These battles now are not really deep.
What I'm saying to you is
shit, they're just fun.
Right. What I'm saying to you is
they're fun for artists. Like now, it's fun for artists to battle each other.
I think
you know,
you see what you said. It's fun for artists to battle each other
because they're not rappers.
However,
they're singing
a
and
rapper like Hove responded to Drake, an artist, on numerous records.
But it's fun to him.
All because it wasn't fun. He was dead serious.
It's fun for him to do stuff like that.
No, you're not battling an artist if you don't take them serious as a rapper.
It's fun. And Hove definitely said he likes Drake. He never denied the fact that he doesn't like Drake.
Ebony, we're gonna revisit this conversation.
He's not. He never said that he didn't like him.
I feel you.
So it's more of fun. It's more of like, you know what? If he can go toe to toe with me, he's gonna be something.
Yeah.
And that's what I think.
That's why he wanted him on the title.
Yeah, I think
and
that's
Drake
what
had
it more.
already an exclusive deal with Apple, so he wasn't trying to.
Right, but I think that's what it was more. Not to take up for any side, but I think it was like more like because Drake, Hove's one of them artists. Because not even artists.
You gotta go toe to toe with him for him to respect you, type shit.
Right, like you have to give him his respect.
Yeah.
And then but Hove looks at people and be like, he can be really good.
Yeah.
But now let me test him.
Right.
I think that's what it was. I don't think it was any type of like animosity. I think it was like, I know this kid is gonna be good because Drake is good.
Right.
I can care less about.
Drake came out with
Drake
a lot of mixtape with him rapping first before he started singing.
Yeah.
So let's, the nigga came in the game rapping. So let's not discredit his rapping abilities.
No, I'm not.
Same with Tory. Tory was out here coming in with rapping too.
But see, like the thing is, the rapping for me, the rapper and the artist. An artist is just somebody that raps, sings, and they do everything else. They don't just stay in one lane.
Right.
Artists go a little bit further than rappers. They normally go a little bit further than rappers because they go into other
realms of music.
Exactly. Now, rappers, with a rap, you can hit or miss. Like when you're an artist, if you have a song where you're rapping and the next minute you're going into a melody, that shit is crazy now.
Yeah.
But a rapper, they just stick to one flow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at Megan Thee Stallion. I'm sorry, I love me some Megan, but she doesn't have another flow.
Yeah, no.
Like, her flow is the same. Yeah. It's the same.
It depends on the beat that she chooses.
She has to have a certain beat and tempo for her to stay in that pocket. Yeah. Right. Even the baby has a certain flow where he has to have a certain type of beat and tempo for him to stay in his pocket.
Right.
But I'm gonna
leave this final thought with this. You heard the Jack Harlow record where he had Lil Wayne, the baby, Tory Lanez on it, and himself?
No.
Brandon Whip just hopping. What's popping? I could pass this like Stockton. You never heard that?
Okay, I probably did. I don't know the names.
All right, you know
what?
I
don't know.
Listen to it after the podcast.
Okay.
Listen to it on your way home. Listen to whose rap you like the most. Like, listen to it. There's a lot of great rapping on there. Lil Wayne said who his favorite verse was from on that record, and he was on the record, and he gave credit to who he felt like had the craziest verse.
Well, who did he say?
I'm gonna let you figure that out, but just know, I said what I said, and I'm gonna keep it a stack. And that's coming from one of the men that called himself the best rapper alive. He's
Lil Wayne in his prime. Not the best rapper
one of the best rapper alive. No one was touching Lil Wayne in his era, in his prime. We're gonna do another.
But his era in time was only that down south era in time.
No, he was competing with the likes of Eminem and Jay-Z and Kanye. They were hot. They were in their prime too.
He wasn't never touching.
Lil Wayne was hot when Jay-Z was still in his recording and dropping prime too.
Wait.
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne and Jay-Z did not come out at the same time.
No, they didn't. But Jay-Z was still actively dropping music. Out
when Jay-Z used to rap fast before people even know he was Jay-Z because he went by a different name.
But Jay-Z still released. Jay-Z was still around when he brought Rihanna to the game. When we gonna run this time or not, he was still actively dropping.
But I don't think
he wasn't touching the charts. Nobody noticed because Lil Wayne was in the way, and then Lil Wayne brought Drake and Nicki.
But do you realize what you said? He was dropping music, but he wasn't dropping solo music. He was dropping music with everybody else.
He dropped solo music too. It just wasn't touching charts.
It was more of he was dropping because he dropped that with Rihanna. Then what was it? No, he didn't do the.
He dropped the joint album.
He dropped the joint album with Kanye.
I think his return album. His return album was on to the next.
But that era was that era that you're talking about. He never dropped a solo album until after. Everything was with somebody, because he did him and Kanye. He was doing the.
I'm not excusing it because anything Drake jumps on a track with anybody, it's going number one. I'm not excusing Jay-Z. I'm sorry. He jumps on the track with everybody.
But Drake guess what? Drake and Jay-Z is not even in the same category.
Please tell me what category Jay-Z in.
They're not in the same category. No,
Drake can go find somebody right now and make them famous overnight and go number one. Jay-Z can't do that.
Drake is not, because Jay-Z's a rapper. Drake's an artist. Jay-Z don't even give a shit
Jay-Z would get on a track and rap, and Drake would get on the track and rap, and Drake would still make that track go number one.
Jay-Z, that's because kids nowadays don't give a fuck about Jay.
Yeah, but the people that grew up on Jay-Z still around.
But we're not.
They got the same.
A lot of people that grew up on Jay-Z is not
at some point
sitting up there. I'm not doing that. No, because at the simple fact is,
really dead ass biased.
I'm dead ass, and I'm gonna keep it that way because Drake is an artist and Jay-Z is a rapper.
You realize he's from Brooklyn. You're from Mount Vernon, right?
I don't give two shits about that.
Yo, listen, this was a great episode of the AfterSchool podcast. Clearly, Ebony got the win. She got the W this time around. We'll be back. We'll be back for episode 4. But with no further ado, please make sure you hit the subscribe button on the YouTube page. Follow us on the
After School podcast. 3 underscores.
Is it 3 or 2? It's 2.
It's 2?
2 underscores.
2 underscores. Listen, next time we'll have it written down.
Yeah, we'll have it written down. 2 underscores.
AfterSchool
podcast. 2 underscores at the end on Instagram. And make sure you follow our separate Instagram accounts. I'm at the Real Mark Prince on Instagram.
And I am Real Sadiddy on Instagram.
And please make sure to like and subscribe. We out.
God bless.